Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and joining me today is my favorite New Yorker, Katie Hayes. How are you, Katie?
Good to be back at the desk, Charlie.
I'm walking here. I'm podcasting here.
Oh my God, no.
No?
That's the equivalent of like throw some shrimp on the barbie.
yeah. I like it though. So you usually live in New York, but you're here in LA for a bit. What do you do for us?
I am a producer on TMZ on TV.
And you write some of the funny jokes?
Yes, right. The voiceover guy you hear, I write those jokes.
Oh, we got you to blame.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is true, right.
Okay. We cherry-picked some stories you might like today, Katie.
They're very good stories.
I know.
Very excited to talk about them.
So, Kristin Cavallari has a new man who is 13 years her junior.
Mm-hmm.
A TikTok guy, model guy. Adele is cancelling 5 weeks of her upcoming shows due to an unspecified illness.
Yeah, she loves to do that.
We're going to end with our kind of new segment. It's called Almost News.
Ooh, is this the hard launch of it?
No. You just don't listen to the podcast. It's been going a while.
Oh,
It's a story that didn't quite make the cut, but we're going to talk about it anyway.
got it. I like it. I like Almost News.
But to begin with, Kanye West's wife, Bianca Censori, had all her lady parts out
All of them.
at Paris Fashion Week.
Lady lips.
Yes.
Her lady lips were out on the streets.
And her lady,
Ooh.
like, butts. Like, what's it?
Cheeks? I don't
Her
know.
cheeks were out. Lady cheeks were out as
lips,
well.
just the whole shebang.
Yeah, the shebang. The she-bang.
Right.
It's kind of interesting because she's just, like, continuing every event to take off another item of clothing.
Yeah, so we've seen her fairly nude before, but this is the first reveal of the vag.
Yeah,
It was the vag. It was the hard launch of the vag. So
it-
she had on stockings
Mm-hmm.
with nothing underneath, right? So you saw everything.
Right.
Is that, I was trying to figure out, I guess that's legal in Paris?
I think anything goes in Paris.
Yeah, anything? I don't know. I mean, there's not, I mean, whew.
I think at these fashion events, it's like kind of like the cops kind of look the other way. Or they probably don't look the other way if Bianca walks by, but they kind of like let it slide.
Yeah, well, oof, we don't want to let anything slide.
Right.
I mean, the jokes we could tell here, I think this was too much for me. Like the butts I can deal with. I never love the butts. Like when you remember the whole like the chaps phase where people would wear the chaps, you see the butt.
I like
that. You like that.
Yeah.
And the crack. The front. The front's a lot.
It really is. Like she keeps kind of one-upping herself. And where is it going to end? Is this high fashion just to wear see-through
It will
stockings?
end in her carrying around her own large intestine.
Yeah.
It's really like the only, like we have nothing left to see except all of her internal organs. That's it.
It's just like she's Kanye's muse now. She just like, because she doesn't talk. We don't get to hear that beautiful Australian accent of hers anytime. She doesn't have a social media. She's just there naked next to Kanye all around the world.
Yeah, and obviously the big debate is if she's on board with it, which she has to be, right? Like he can't force her out of the house wearing just stockings.
Yes.
Unless she's just so forgetful that she's just like, there was supposed to be underwear under here, and I just forgot them, and I didn't realize until I felt the cool breeze on my lady lips.
Well, I mean, I think that he's definitely telling her what to wear and how to wear it, and that he must be. And he's definitely. Why wouldn't she have a social media? She's like a model who's married to one of the biggest celebrities in the world. Why wouldn't she have her own social? He's definitely sort of controlling her to a degree, but I think she's in on it.
She's got to be in on it. I just don't know I can't figure out her end game because we've seen him. Remember Julia Fox? Like we knew Julia Fox's end game, right? Like she had the social media, and we knew that she wanted to be the next big thing after Kanye. It was kind of her launching pad. I don't know about Bianca. I can't figure it out. I don't know I don't know what she wants. But I can tell you that wearing stockings with nothing underneath it will not be entering my wardrobe.
Oh, no?
I don't think
so. Not at the TMZ holiday party?
I mean, there has to be some rules against it. It's so crazy to me.
Do you think her family's probably concerned about
Yes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't your family be concerned?
If I had my man parts all hanging out,
just hanging out,
my
just stuffed
sausage
in
and
some
veg.
tights.
Yeah. Yeah, why doesn't Kanye do the...
Well, that's the other thing, too. He's always covered from head to toe. I'm like, you let it hang out, too. Let's see what you're working with.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, if they both showed up to this in stockings with nothing underneath, that would be...
Kanye's just all shock value. Just everything he does for shock value.
Yeah.
I don't care if you like it or you don't, you're going to pay attention.
I mean, we're going to pay attention to this, right?
Right, and we did. Well, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, on to our next story. Kristin Cavallari, she's gone IG official with her new man. His name is Mark Estes. He's a model. He's a TikToker. He's 24.
He's young.
He's young. She's 37.
37, 3 kids.
3 kids. One of her kids is like as old as 11. Actually, some TikTokers were like, she's finally posting pics of her kids. So we got photos of them heading down to Cabo. And I think once they saw our TMZ story come out, they were like, okay, it's time for us to put it out.
Hard launch.
On our own platforms. So they said, she goes, he makes me happy. And she posted him. And then I went to his TikTok because he's got, number of followers.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just, got music playing as he picks her up and spins her around. And they must be having a great old time in Cabo.
I mean, he makes all of us happy. He is hot.
He's hot.
He is actually who I would pick for her. I mean, I don't know how serious the relationship is and the age difference, I would imagine, just because she is 36, 37. But she has 3 kids, so she is like a very, she has responsibility.
Yeah.
And 24-year-olds don't always have a lot of responsibility. And so I wonder how it will work in the long term. But the short term, oh my God, they must be having so much fun.
Oh, so much fun.
And she is just, I think women get a lot more pushback than men do when they date younger. I mean, for a man, it's always just like, oh, yeah, he's with a woman, 20 years younger. Speaking from personal experience, as my husband is older, I'm in a very...
You're the younger.
Yeah, I'm a very age-friendly, relationship.
You're the younger lady.
So, but men never get pushback, and women
True.
always get pushback. If a woman dates even like 3-4 years younger, she gets pushback. So I love to see this. This makes me so happy. She's having fun. She's on the beach. She's with a hot young TikToker, and she's just a boss, man.
She is. And you're right.
I
It's
love her.
exactly who I would picture her with, just like a cocky young stud.
Yeah.
Who just a couple months ago finished university.
Well, a couple months ago.
Yeah. November
Really?
2023.
Oh, isn't he 24?
Yeah, I mean...
Well, that might be the real issue we might have to figure out. Don't you graduate usually when you're 21, 22?
Oh, true, true. So perfect,
it took him 6 years for... Well, maybe he did like an MBA. Let's assume he did an MBA.
Well, I don't think so. I think he was on the Montana State
Oh, he was on a football
team.
Yeah, he played for Montana State University and Montana Tech. So he's a former football player too.
Yeah.
Oh God.
They both live in Nashville, so no problems there.
Yeah, she's just fun. I wonder if he's met her kids. Probably
I doubt
not.
it. I doubt it.
Yeah.
Do you think Jay Cutler would allow him around the kids?
I don't know if he would have a say in it.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe throwing catch with the 11-year-old.
Jay's been going out having fun. I mean, I'm sure Jay's taken a few beach trips with some 23, 24-year-olds
True.
as well. So, I mean, that's for them to work out. It seems like this is the initial stages of them just having like a really good time, but good for her.
Yeah. Yeah. God, I wish I could be a fly on that wall.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd be just that fly. I'd be having a great time. Even as the fly. I'd be watching with all my eyes.
I mean, with all my eyes.
Yeah.
How many eyes do flies have?
A lot, I think.
I don't know about that.
I'll
We're
be
gonna have to
rubbing
look
those
that
little
up.
hands that flies do.
No, I think we might need to get you some more fun in your life.
Okay, right. Right. Okay, on to our next story. Bad news for Adele and her fans.
Ooh.
She's postponed the next 5 weekends of shows in Vegas. That's a lot of weekends are postponed without giving like a doctor's note.
Oh, you think she should send out her medical records and a doctor note to all the fans?
I think if you postpone, if you make people change their plans, they've already booked the hotels, booked the flights, la la la. At least like come on Instagram Live and tell us what you got.
It's so many shows, and usually you see if a performer's sick, it's like 1 weekend.
Yeah,
2
1
weekend,
weekend.
5 weekends. When do we know when at the end of her run is? Her full run was scheduled to end the weekend of June 14th.
But I think she has several different runs. She has a run, then she has a stop, then she has a run, and so this
So
whole run is done.
So hopefully she'll postpone I'm sorry. Hopefully she'll extend after June 14th, right? Like she's going to have to extend her whole time at Caesars to make up for these 5 weeks.
You would have, because I think every show's just about sold out and really expensive. But imagine like me calling into Harvey and saying, "Hey, I'm going to be out for the next 5 weeks. Not going to tell you why."
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, what could be that?
Well, I mean, in her most recent show, she said she was struggling with the high notes and claimed her chest was on fire.
That would be okay. That would be more annoying to me. I would rather have her cancel the show if she can't hit a note than me show up and her be like, "By the way, I'm singing all of my tunes down an octave tonight." Like I'd be so mad. I'd be like,
"Rolling in the
deep." Yeah. Like I'd be like, well, "This is not what I paid for."
Yeah.
So but I don't know why it's the 5 weekends.
It's a lot of weekends.
COVID would be 1 or 2 weekends. Bronchitis, 1 or 2. You
I was
steroid
thinking
shot, you get back out there.
I was thinking pregnancy.
That's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to say it.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't want to start things.
Right.
But she's been with Rich Paul for a while. She's set, right? That's
Rich Paul, LeBron's best friend and manager.
Yeah, and the big sports agent, Rich Paul. And she has, there were all those rumors for a while that she called him her husband at one point during the concert. It wouldn't be that far-fetched for her to have a baby with Rich Paul.
But do you get a burning chest when you're pregnant?
I don't know.
My wife's pregnant right now, actually.
So let's find out if she's
We'll get her on the line right now.
I'm not the person to ask.
Right. Well, I hope you get well and stuff. I mean, it's hard to get refunds for everything.
Sucks that 5 weekends. Like if you scheduled your whole trip to Vegas, now you just have to go see
Circus,
or some magic show.
Yeah, Chris Angel.
Yeah, now you're a Chris Angel instead of Adele or
Carrot
Top.
Carrot Top. That could be better.
It could be.
Okay.
I hope she feels better.
On to our almost news segment. A truck containing $4 million of stuff belonging to Kourtney Kardashian was heisted. Is that a word? Host?
No, it's not host.
There
was a heist.
It was a heist. It was
but
stolen.
It wasn't like her personal property. It's her vitamin company, right?
It's vitamin / it looks like weight loss type stuff. Like it helps with your metabolism. Well, it's called Lemme or something like that. It's called Lemme.
Lemme Burn.
Lemme Burn is the name of the product, and there was $4 million worth of stuff in there. And these thieves, like, impersonated, like, truckers or something, got into the facility and, like, beep, scanned whatever badges. It's like out of a movie. And then, like, drove that truck on out of there. And then they sent Kourtney a digital ransom note.
This is my favorite part.
I didn't even know digital ransom notes exist. Like, you cut the newspaper out, you scan it in.
No, it's not possibly. You think they cut letters out and then just scanned it and then sent it?
I mean, how do you
just type it? That's
you type it. Okay.
Yeah,
you type it.
If we're going digital, we're still not cutting out the letters of newspapers.
You create like a fake Gmail account.
Yeah. A Finsta account.
Was that what a fake Insta? Finsta?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But the best part is like who. I mean, she obviously would care a little, but like, you're not going to pay to get your like green tea fat burner pills back, right?
No.
You pay to get like a child back, a human. But it's like, you've got my vitamins. I'd say just keep them. Enjoy. I hope you lose some weight.
Yes, exactly.
Congratulations. It's a great product.
The leverage
I'm not giving you money.
They don't have great leverage because if she says, nah, like what are we going to do with these pills?
Right. Then they just take them.
They look great.
All of a sudden, a bunch of criminals have gotten really trim and you're like, busted.
Yes.
Busted.
So I don't know how this is going to end. It's the police are now involved, investigating all of this. But it's so absurd a crime to be like, I just don't get it.
It's the most absurd crime. I bet it's the most absurd ransom crime we've seen.
Yes.
Like to
stealing
take
weight
something
loss drugs
with absolutely zero value. I mean, not zero value, but for someone to get back. Just keep them.
Just keep them then.
Yeah.
Well done. We'll change our what you basically you've lost that, but you've gained some knowledge about how to secure the facility better. And
that's true.
It's great. It's also the thing I was thinking is it's great PR for these Lemme Burn sort of weight loss drugs because I hadn't heard of them.
Me either, and I'm immediately going to look them up.
Me too.
And see what they do. Take them for a spin.
Yeah.
Right?
Because everyone's on this Ozempic craze, and now we're seeing, Kourtney's got these metabolism helping sort of little gummies. Why not? They look yummy.
Much safer. Better than the needle.
Right.
Better than the jabs.
Is Ozempic jabs?
Jabs, yeah. You got to enter it. You got to stab your thigh with it, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, all of those are.
Give me the gummies.
I know. Once Ozempic comes in gummy form, whoo.
Oh my God.
Buying
Even I'll be there.
those. Yeah.
Even I'll be there.
You would just, all of a sudden, it would just be a skeleton. You just have your skin would just disintegrate and there'd be nothing left of you. It would just be a pile of bones.
I got some
around.
muscle.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Katie Hayes.
We did it.
Thank you for joining me. Enjoy your flight back to New York City.
Thanks. It was nice being here.
Okay, very good. Thank you, guys. We'll see you here tomorrow. Goodbye.